Imagine seeing your childhood bully on a trending show in South Africa. Imagine that.
Guys, if you find it hard to understand the definition and description in the dictionary of a narcissist, narcissist of note, to a point where I don't hate her.
Hello, Mzansi, it's a gossip girl. There is a show on Netflix called The Ultimatum of South Africa. It's a reality show where couples try to figure out if they really love each other by dating other people. They go to parties, pretend to get married, and get advice from their families. At the end of the show, they choose whether they want to stay together or not. So Tsepo Hausa Msese and Salamina Msese are both the hosts of the season. There is one person who did herself injustice by being mean, being bitter, spitting venom, being vile on the show. Her name is Kanya. Let me play a snippet of how she was on the show.
So did I let you sit? I'm sitting, Kanya. That girl doesn't even know me, but
like,
it feels like she knows me.
Kanya is just...
He's made it comfortable for her to disrespect me. Those are the things that I don't think I'll ever be able to get over. Out. I don't care what you have to say, get out, because you've got no respect.
So
and you're coming to put your
rude.
fat bum on my secure. Please leave. I'm being serious.
Is
Please
that
leave.
even...
You're so disrespectful. You've disrespected me the entire time, and you're coming here now into my territory to come disrespect me further. Can you please leave? Yeah.
I will.
Okay, leave, because you don't respect. You're being a hood rat, and I won't stand for it. Can you leave?
I feel like her, Kanya, and
leave.
Crystal Kate
Until you fix it,
from the Real Housewives would get along.
Leave. Go. Leave. Okay, leave. Leave. Because you're so disrespectful. You are a ratchet hood rat. Leave. This is the part where you laugh. Why aren't you laughing? I am gonna laugh. Boom, boom.
What the fuck?
She is trending currently in South Africa, be on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. South Africans are not having her character. They're like, ma'am, you are so bitter. And then she decided to make a public apology. Hi to everyone that has been tuning into the Ultimatum South Africa. And I understand if some of you may feel like I was out of line with some of my words and actions. It was an intense experience for me, and I handled it the best way I could. Just like how it was not easy for other cast members watching their partners with other people. It was not easy for me too. I have apologized already to those that I have wronged, and would like to thank everybody for being so invested in the show and sharing their thoughts on the reality show. I acknowledge I'm a strong personality and say things that only others dare to think. Making TV aside, we are dealing with real people and real emotions here. It's in the past, and a lot has happened since then, including healing and transformation. Then this lady Mzansi posted a video on TikTok saying that Kanya used to B-U-L-L-Y her back in high school. And, watching the show, it brings her trauma because of the things that Kanya used to do to her back in high school.
Story. This girl used to bully me in primary school. This is her name. So you can imagine. You can even probably guess who it is. It is Kanya. Kanya was my primary school bully. And when she used to bully me, she was in grade 2 or grade 3. Yeah, grade 2 or grade 3. We were like 8, 9. And I tell you, this girl was a bully. Like the way they explain her, selfish and wants to get her own way. A bully of note, narcissistic to the core. I was so triggered. I'm like, oh my God. I kept hearing this girl's voice. I was like triggered. I'm like, it took me back. And it took me back to a particular incident in primary school. Imagine when we're 8, grade 2. And Khanya was someone who never used to like eating her lunch that her mom made. And she would make people eat her lunch. And I remember this one incident where she literally shoved a sandwich down my throat. Like, the fact that I can still remember that, and just hearing and seeing Khanya and her demeanor on the show, I'm like, it's been how many years? What? We're 30, turning 34 now. So it's like more than 20 years ago. That this all happened. And the fact that she's still like that, I am shook. Kanya has not changed after so many years. Like, imagine. Oh, yeah.
Nzanzi, I have never watched the show, but listening to Somizi this morning, he made it easier for me to understand what the show is about. So at the end of the video, Nzanzi, please like, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so that whenever I upload any videos, you guys do not miss anything. Bye-bye.
Down, there's a list here of the cast members because I didn't want to mispronounce their names or not know who they are, but I've watched all of it. Number 1, I give it 9 out of 10. It is an amazing show. I've always been a fan of the franchise. I've watched the Ultimatum, the American version, the Brazilian version, the some version, Swedish version. I've watched the gay version. So I was excited to watch the South African version. Number 1, Netflix, the production on point. How they filmed it and how they show in South Africa, it looks beautiful, but South Africa is beautiful. Now, let's talk about the show. Let's start with Genesis and Utabi. A lot of people assume just because Genesis is soft and soft-spoken and like they automatically assume he's gay. And personally, I don't think he's gay. I think he's the straightest out of all the guys there. He's just on the softer side and the more slightly feminine side, but he's the most romantic, thoughtful, intelligent, sweet, kind. And I think they really love each other. And I think that they've been dating since they were very young. And with the show, they've really found themselves and came out better. And then there's Isaac and Ruth. Some people say they shouldn't be on the show. No, I disagree. I disagree. I think they were one of the most entertaining. And Ruth, there was a point where Ruth had an altercation with Khanya, and I said to myself, thank goodness there's Ruth, someone that can stand up to her and show her who's boss. Ruth is the one. And besides what happened, that she had sex with the other guy, that she was there to experience the experiment. And she did exactly that. She wouldn't have realized if she's still truly in love with Isaac, maybe for the sake of they just look good together, or she really loves him and she realized, no, this was not meant to be. And she did what she did there, and I think for me, she won. And then Isaac, I'm not sure about his intentions. I'm not sure if he's truly honest. I think he's been doing a lot of things on the side, and now when you between the player or play to the player. And then we go to Nkateko and Kanya. Nkateko is one sexy guy, intelligent, perfection. But I think Nkateko is very good with words as well. Nkateko is very good with words. Nkateko is the type of guy that you would fall in love with instantly if you are not emotionally and intellectually mature or smart, because he can outsmart you. He knows exactly he morphs into what you need and what you feel and what you want. And he says things that you want to hear, not things that comes directly from the heart. And I think he's a cheat. I think he's a cheater. He cheats a lot. He's a player. That's my assumption. But I get it. It's not my assumptions because we watched it. As for Kanya, guys, if you find it hard to understand the definition and description in the dictionary of a narcissist, narcissist of note, to a point where I don't hate her. I actually feel very sorry for her. She goes below the belt, and for me, she really got under my skin when she body shamed Caesar. Yes, for me, body shaming, I'm not a fan. It's a no for me. But also, it tells you how low she is as far as her self-esteem is concerned, that she always goes for like undermining people and looking down on people and saying things that you're a boy, you're poor, you're dirty, you're ugly, you're fat, you're this and that. It's all about trying to bring her to a level of self-esteem. And when I look at her, I'm like, if I had an altercation with her, because from head to toe, she's very crackable, to be quite honest. But I feel sorry for her for some reason. And that she could really expose herself that way. And her and Nkateko, I hope they're no longer together. And the mother was right about her. It's a pity Nkateko could not get, till the end, Caesar, I think they would make an amazing couple. The chemistry is there. She's gentle. She's an amazing soul. The only thing, yes, but I hope no Kanya again. And then we've got Unola no Lebu. I liked Nola. Maybe my toxic self loves Nola. He's such a nice guy. And he also experienced the experiment. But I don't think they were a good match, no Lebu. And Ulebu is extremely insecure, but maybe her insecurities come from things that we don't know about from Unola. But I was disappointed that they left the experiment. They should have carried on. They should have just finished it and see what happens. Courtney and Aiden, those for me are the people that I don't think they should have been on the show. Not because they are bad people, but because I don't think they had so many issues, but also they didn't get to explore outside their relationship. They were too closed off, and I feel the lady is too controlling of the guy, always saying the same thing, which he can't make decisions, he's indecisive, and I feel the guy's self-esteem and confidence has been crushed by the family and Tomazana and by the girl. Even now, I think he doesn't feel like a man or he's man enough for this relationship. So for me, both of them, they did not do anything. Like, they just befriended their trial partners. Woo! Guys, time is running out. Thank you for listening. And then we've got Lindile and Cesar. Now, those are the last ones. Lindile, I think Lindile is sexy, Lindile is cute, Lindile is intelligent, Lindile is smart. But ikhona into engizizwayo man ngoLindile, khona into engizizwayo. Ngiyayizwa Lindile angangifanela. Hold on. All right, back to Lindile. I think Lindile angangifanela, guys. And Lindile ufaka iclose, guys. Lindile uyi-type. Yeah. Yeah. And I think Ultimatum and Caesar, they're okay, but I don't think they are compatible. I'm not sure. Caesar was perfect, no Kateko. Lindley was perfect for me. So yeah, but in total, I can't wait for the reunion, and I also can't wait for season 2. I think it's a great production. Tell me what you think. Tell me your thoughts. Agree or disagree with me? Let's hear. Let's